starters, you guys faced off with #1 rebounding team in the conference, #1 scoring defense in the conference. You guys did a better job of dealing with that in the second half, but what do you think they did in that first half to kind of give you guys trouble?
Well, we came out really slow, which has been uncharacteristic of us, of course, across the year. We've generally been a pretty fair starting team, and we came out on our heels and didn't come out aggressive, and really overthought things. I thought defensively a lot, and didn't go out and execute defensively. They came out hot and fired, and they were playing well, and I give a lot of credit to them. Jason and I go way back. We were assistants together in this league, and now both head coaches, and so we know each other very well. I could call his plays, he could call mine. So every time we play, it's going to be a beat 'em up, ugly war, and a game that I frankly look forward to because I think it really shows out where you're at and what your weaknesses are and what you got to fix and get better at. And I thought, us coming out starting fast and being able to get out of it really hurt us when you look over the course of it. We came out second half and played a whole different ball game, but the first half we dug ourselves too big a hole.
Mm-hmm. In that second half, what do you think you guys did to kind of get yourself going offensively?
Well, we talked more about moving the ball, sharing it, not trying to attack off the immediate the first time down. We wanted to be able to get some ball movement on the floor, get some ball reversals, try to loosen up where they were at defensively. They were playing very tough, very aggressive, getting up and jamming our ball screen. So we wanted to be able to move it and loosen it up a little bit and see what was there. And I think they bought into it. And part of the thing with a young team like we got, people are going to play you differently. They're going to have scatter reports. They're going to have schemes. And they've got to learn to read what that is a little bit quicker so we can make adjustments and be able to be effective. And I think we figured it out, but it took us about 18 minutes too long to figure it out and be able to get into a rhythm offensively. And I was really proud, though, of how we came out second half and rebounded and attacked and played with a lot of passion. And it goes back, I thought our upperclassmen played well in the second half. I thought Hill, Brown, Sound came in and all gave us a positive contribution. You go down the board, I thought everybody that came in that second half added to what we were doing and didn't take away. And so I'm going to choose to go on a positive side and accentuate the positive and not dwell on the negative on this.
Mm-hmm. And playing in the Southland Conference, not so often you run into 6'11" centers. Mm-hmm. Just talk about how big he was tonight, double-digit rebounds, ended up with 6 blocks. Well, how major was his presence in the paint?
Well, he's an all-league player, and they've done a great job of developing him. He was very, very raw when he came in there, and they've done a good job of developing him. And he makes a big difference when he can plug in the lane right there and knock balls out and change shots. I think it took our guys a little bit of time to adjust on how to play it, but we got to where we got it figured out, and we were able to get in and make some plays. But he's a good player, and I give him a lot of credit for how they use him.
Yeah. And you guys cut it close at the end, couldn't quite get over the hump. How much was that? Because there was a few missed free throws a couple of times where you guys missed shots where you could have cut it to 4, could have cut it to 3. Yeah. How much of that is a young team just learning how to win games against experienced teams like Sam Houston?
Yeah, I think a lot of times you go in and we had opportunities to get 3-point plays, and that ball just goes in and out. We went and we got a steal and we went and attacked in transition. We get the foul and the ball rolls in and out. And that's something that they've got to have a mentality that they got to finish, and they've got to grow into that. They've got to mature at a faster rate for us to be able to win games against teams that are the top tier teams in our league. And I think we're getting there, but for me, we can't get there fast enough, and we've got to make those adjustments. And we'll go back to work tomorrow, and we'll keep grinding, we'll keep coaching. We got 16 more league games, so we're going to keep coaching our tails off and keep working these guys to get better and better each night.
Yeah, and we talked about yesterday about the balanced attack they have, how many guys they have that are willing to attack. They had, I think it was ended up being 9 different guys that scored. How can you as a defense kind of attack that when you know they can attack you from so many different angles, and how do you think you guys did that today?
Well, we did it very poorly in the first half, for sure, but I think as the game progressed, we did it better. But you've got to guard your principles and your assignments, and you've got to stick into your scheme and what you're doing. And I think our breakdowns got away from where we just got out of scheme, we got out of communication, and we've got a small margin for where we're at athletically that we've got to execute the talking game. We've got to execute our schemes defensively in order to keep people missing. And I think when we did that, we were very effective and did it well. But there was not much margin. When we didn't do it well, they scored. And I think you saw that, and I think as our team matures and grows, that gap will get smaller and smaller.
You guys started this home stretch on a good note, 2 wins. You ended on a disappointing note. Now you go on the road 6 out of the next 8 games. How do you pick your guys up and prepare them for this next stretch?
Well, it's an exciting opportunity. You know, we look at it from 2 ends. We got 6 out of 8 on the road to start, but we're going to have an awful lot at home on the back. And, you know, it's an opportunity for us to grow as a team, to get back in there. And each time you can steal a road win, it's almost worth 2 in this league. All the years I've been in it, and it's very difficult. And we start out on Monday night, you know, with the premier scorer in the league, Denzel Livingston. And we know we've got our work cut out for us over there. It's a hard place to win. And he is a very, very talented scorer. But we're going to come back and we're going to get at it tomorrow and go back and not to use coach speak, but really we're going to go back and we're going to teach and coach off the film. And we're going to prepare our scout and get ready to go back at it. You got a short turnaround. You got to have a short memory. Whether you win or lose, you got to have a short memory to continue to do well.
That's it for me, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.